Hey, you kids, tonight's show is a repeat.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Woo! Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'll be honest with you, that makes me feel very good. That nice, warm, friendly reception from an intelligent, handsome group of humans like yourselves. I wasn't talking about you, ma'am. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me. I like to think that I covered it up pretty well, but I had what a horrible weekend. I'll tell you what happened. I had to put a citizen's arrest on some bikers who were ignoring a helmet law up there where I live. Now, did you see this? Reuben Hurricane Carter, a man, former boxer, was incarcerated in New Jersey, I believe, for 19 years. And then his conviction for murder, I guess, was overturned, something like that. Anyway, he's out now. He's out free, walking around. And nobody knows exactly why, but the Weather Channel is tracking his movement up the East Coast. We don't know exactly. And how about that royal couple, huh? So they had a press conference with Princess Di this morning. Is it Diana or Diane?
It's Diana, is it not?
Diane.
It's Diane.
What is it, Steve? No, let me hear. What is it? No, I'll try it again. What is it? It's Princess...
Oh, Diane.
So anyway, they had by the way, Joan Collins got married.
You're kidding.
She got married. She married a guy 38 years old, and she's whatever she is. And friends of the groom think that he was looking for a grandmother type.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, yeah, you're pretty offended. Thank you. So anyway, Princess Diana, or Diana, is having a press conference, and they said, do you have any questions about American culture? And she says, yeah, what's the deal on Gene Shalit? No. Is that it? Are we out? Oh, no, there must be one killer in there somewhere. Come on. Come on, Kevin, you're keeping her... No, where is it? Where's the big one that's just going to blow the roof off this place? Okay, apparently we don't... Did we get them all? Yeah, we got them all. Okay. It's a great show here tonight. What do? We go right over here. Oh, here's our friend Paul. Say hello to Paul. Paul, nice to see you.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you, sir.
Nice to see you. Sid, how are you?
Sid McGinnis. I'm glad to be back at work. I had a crazy weekend. I was looking through Family Circle magazine. I brought it, too, and it has, for some reason, a recipe for Frank Sinatra's birthday cake. Totally straight. So I spent the weekend gathering up the ingredients. I'll let you know how it comes out. Having trouble getting marzipan, though. Do you know where I can get a hold of some marzipan, David? No, eh?
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, well, I'll keep working on this. How about you, though? How was your weekend?
I had a very nice weekend. A lovely dinner Saturday night.
Yeah?
At the new Prudhomme restaurant.
Oh, you dined at the new Prudhomme restaurant?
Yeah.
You mean Paul Prudhomme?
No, Don Prudhomme. I had the bouillabaisse prawns.
Whoa. The what?
I screwed that up. I had the nitro-burning bouillabaisse. Okay, now that one doesn't count because I made the mistake there, so that doesn't count in our little experiment. I'm going to do this joke every night until I hear somebody tell this on the street, so tonight's experiment doesn't, it was a bust. I tainted the experiment. I'm terribly sorry about it. Oh, God.
Are you ever going to explain? Are you ever going to explain who Don Prudhomme?
Don Prudhomme is a world-famous, legendary drag racer.
Drag racing guy.
Drag racing guy.
That may make a difference as far as people understand.
Well, people know who Don Prudhomme is.
Oh, yeah,
the
everybody
snake.
Knows. Everybody knows.
Remember the snake and the mongoose? Tom McCune was the mongoose.
I only know Mr. Norm's Gary Dyer from Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Who's the Chi-Town hustler? Is that the?
I don't know. Carl Bonifetti, Screaming Wild Man. I don't know.
See them shake hands with the devil as they roar through the gates of hell, those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So he's a race car driver.
He's a race car driver, yeah.
So in other words, if you dine at his restaurant, you have a dish that might be named
Funny car veal.
Might.
Yeah, exactly.
See?
It's hot in here. It's way too hot. Huh? No, it's not comfortable. The sports guys, for some reason, we turn the studio over to the sports guys on the weekends for NFL 86, 85? 85 with our friend Bob Costas. And it's too hot. It's too hot. The call has been put in. We'll just wait quietly until it cools off. Okay, we got to get to this because we have a huge show. You know who's on the show? William Refrigerator Perry is here. Emmanuel Lewis. I'll save this. We'll save the top 10 list. We'll get right to it because we got a big show. We're gonna call the people in Australia. You know, in Australia right now, in Perth, which is on the western coast of Australia. Do we have a map of Australia anywhere? Oh yeah. Thank you. Right here. There it is. There it is. See, there's Perth way down there. That's the western coast. And it's in Australia now, it's about 25 minutes of 7. It's just 6:35, 6:36. That's tomorrow morning. It's this time, but it's Tuesday, tomorrow. And we have a hotel here. It's called the Merlin Perth. Right there, we have a brochure. Okay. And we have a guest list of people staying in the hotel. and these people have left wake-up calls for... Actually, we're a little late getting to this. So we're going to call down there in Australia and wake some of these people up. The first person we're going to talk to is Mr. Miller. He's staying, is that right, Mr. Miller? Is that the first one? I guess it is Mr. Miller. He's staying at the Merlin Hotel, and we'll call. Paul, do something while I dial this. It's a terribly long number here. Is this a little men at work there? Okay, thank you. So we'll get the hotel operator, and we'll see if we can't wake Mr. Miller. Boy, it's hot in here. How do those sports guys do it? What are they doing, working out in here or something? Whew! Calling Perth, Australia. Take another shot of the clock, Hal. There we go. There's the first...
Good morning, Merlin Perth Hotel.
Yes, ma'am. Are you the hotel operator?
Yes, I am.
What a great question on my part, huh? It's the heat, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's a drifter in the lobby just passing through. Hello. Yes, ma'am. My name is David Letterman. I'm calling from New York City. We're doing a television program right now, and we want to wake up some of your guests who left a call for 6:30.
Oh, yes, certainly. I'm sure they're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, hold it. Okay, ma'am, can we speak to Mr. Miller? Do you have a Mr. Miller staying with you? I understand he left a wake-up call for 6:30.
Mr. Miller, certainly. Just 1 minute, please.
Mr. Miller, is it 6:30 there now?
No, you're a little bit late. It's 6:40.
6:40, all right. And
I'm sure he won't mind.
What's
1 minute,
the...
please.
Okay. I'm gonna wake this guy up. Mr. Miller, I can't tell you what room he's in, but he's a guest at the hotel there, and she's putting us through, and I think we all know how painful that can be. Mr. Miller, my name is David Letterman. I'm calling from New York City. This is a television show. Can I put you on the air, please? I'm sorry, is this Mr. Miller? No. We want to wake you up. Mr. Miller, can I talk to you on the air? This is a television program. Can I put your voice on the air? He hung up. He hung up? That's what I'm saying. Okay. Now we wait for the operator to come back? The operator will be right back. Operator will be with us in just a minute. Okay,
Are you there, New York?
Yes, hello, ma'am. Could we speak to Mr.
Yes.
Hello, yes, ma'am.
Mr. Miller?
Yeah, yes, no.
You have your wake-up call. Just 1 minute, please. Go ahead, please, New York.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Miller. My name is David Letterman. I'm calling from New York City. This is a television show. Can I put you on the air? Okay. Well, having some difficulties.
New York?
Yes, we're having difficulty with the language, I think, ma'am.
Oh. Would you like us to go on to the next one?
Yeah, who was that, Mr. Miller?
No, Mr. Miller, you just called.
Uh-huh.
Like Mr. right?
Now, let me talk to Mr. Page. Is there a Mr. Page there? Mr. Tony Page?
Page, yes.
Yeah.
Certainly. Just 1 minute, please.
All right. By the way, I think Mr. Miller had an important meeting around 8.
Perhaps.
How's the weather there this morning?
Pardon?
I say, how's the weather there this morning?
Well, we usually have beautiful weather, but this morning is a little bit overcast.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
We're
that.
going to have maximum temperature 23 today.
That's centigrade, isn't it?
Oh, it's very nice. Go ahead, please, New York.
Hello, is there Mr. Page? Mr. Page, my name is David Letterman. We're calling from a television show. Can I put you on the air, please? Hello, Mr. Page. My name is David Letterman. We're doing a television show here in New York City. It's time to get up, sir. Time to get up. You have an important meeting this morning, and can we put you on the air? Oh, you'll talk to us. Well, thank you very much. Mr. Page, what are you doing there in Perth?
I'm over here on business.
What kind of business?
I'm in the leisure industry.
In the what industry?
In the leisure industry.
Leisure industry.
That's correct, yes.
What exactly does that encompass, the leisure industry?
Sports complexes, mainly indoor gymnasiums, squash centers.
You know, you sound like you just got up.
I beg your pardon?
How come you're getting up so early this morning?
Yes. I wonder that myself sometimes.
What?
Your phone call, mainly.
I'm sorry, I can't hear what you said.
I said your phone call is one of the reasons.
Oh, the phone call.
You've woken me up.
All right, now, are you sleeping alone there? Is your wife with you, sir?
No, I'm sleeping alone.
Yeah.
I was sleeping alone. But why are you
man
ringing
down
me?
under. Okay, I tell you what, Mr. Page, can you take the telephone there to, or do you have a hairdryer with you?
What? A hairdryer?
A hairdryer, yeah.
Yes.
Could you test it for us? We'd just like to hear it. Make sure it's working.
You are joking.
No. Just go to the place where you have your luggage, get the hairdryer out, plug it in, and turn it on. It'll take a second. You got to dry your hair anyway, right?
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Play this game, okay.
Okay. Poor guy. Okay, we're waiting on Mr. Page, and it's now 7:15 local time in Australia. By the way, that time is centigrade. Mr. Page, hello. Waiting on him to get his hairdryer, and then we'll be on with our show. We have a great show for you, don't we, Paul? Big show.
Fix up.
Yep. This is dead air to a different time zone. Yes, sir, Mr.
My
Page.
hairdryer works, Turkey. What next?
What, no. No, we wanted you to play it near the phone so we could hear it.
I'm sorry, but I have better things to do with my time than play games.
All right, well, I certainly appreciate you talking with us. How about, could you sing the national anthem? Just the opening line or two.
No.
What is the Australian national anthem?
I don't believe you.
You won't do that for us?
Have fun.
Okay, thank you.
Somebody else out of bed next time,
Yeah,
I
okay,
suggest.
okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Okay, well, there he goes now. All right, well, that's it. What do? We'll just let him go. We'll try and get the heat turned off here in a couple of minutes. Emmanuel Lewis is with us tonight. My next guest this evening is the star of a hit series on another network called Webster. Many people do not realize this, but he is also idolized in Japan. A very nice young man, and I understand moments ago he was sound asleep in the green room, like most Americans this time of night. Please welcome Emmanuel Lewis. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Nice to have you here. Now, you're from the New York City area, aren't you?
Yes.
You're born where, in Brooklyn?
Yes.
How long ago did you move to California?
Well, I actually live here in New York, but I just go out in L.A. just to shoot Webster.
Yeah. How often are you out there?
Very often.
Half of the year you're out there?
Yes.
Yeah. And how did you get the job on Webster?
I don't. Well, I think it was because of my Burger King commercial.
Uh-huh. And how did you get the Burger King commercial?
Because the commercial before that.
You're not the guy who used to say, "Where's the beef?" Are you?
No. A little turtle lady.
Yeah, it was a joke. I was just making a joke.
Oh.
And between New York and L.A., which do you prefer, New York or L.A.?
New York.
Yeah? And why do you prefer New York?
There's no place like home.
Yeah, that's right. And do you have a nice house in California?
No, I live in a condo.
Condominium? well, you poor thing. But don't you like the weather out there? It's always lovely.
Yeah, but what's Christmas without any snow?
Well, you come back here for the Christmas.
I am.
Yeah. Now, what about, do you go to the ocean a lot out there?
No.
What do you do for fun when you're out there?
Well, I go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And, let's see, I do, just the normal things I do here.
Mm-hmm. So it really is not much difference for you out there, but you prefer New York.
Yes.
Now, what is the deal with you in Japan? How did you get to be so popular in Japan?
Well, I was doing a Japanese commercial.
For what?
For Clarion.
Clarion makes audio components?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And,
Is that enough of a plug? Will I get something at the house now? All right, so you go to Japan, you're making the commercial.
Yes, and then they liked so much that they decided to do a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we did a movie, and then
You made a feature film in Japan?
Yes.
Yeah. What was that about?
The samurai.
Mm-hmm.
And I was directing the samurai because they were lost. And matter of fact, we did it in Manhattan here.
Well, boy, you were lost then, weren't you?
They were lost.
Oh, they were lost.
They
Okay.
were lost, and I was directing
Yeah,
them.
but I understand when you go to Japan, like you go to Tokyo, that you're mobbed. People mob you. Is that true?
Yes, there was a big crowd of people, and a lady took my shoe, and I had to perform. And my mom had to beg the lady to give me back my shoe so I could perform. It looked very awkward if I had one shoe on and one shoe off.
A woman ran up to you on the street, grabbed a shoe, and...
Well, they was picking me up to go on stage. 'Cause I was
Oh,
getting
I
ready
see.
to-
Yeah. But isn't there a doll that is popular in Japan that
Yes.
resembles you?
Well, yeah, there was like a story behind it because there was a little doll that a soldier had gave the people, and they liked it so much, it's like they almost worshipped it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they
They
said,
thought it brought them luck, right?
yes,
Yeah.
and they said the doll looks like me.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody who saw me wanted to touch me and see if I'm for real.
Yeah.
And some of the people, they was like looking for the wind-up or the battery pack.
Yeah, I've had that happen on occasion. People want to wind you up, and that can be pretty uncomfortable. Now, how's the show doing? How do you like working with Alex Karras?
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's very much fun because we have a lot of nice people on the show. Catherine Damon, Eugene Roche. They're very nice.
Yeah. And do you get along well with Alex Karras off screen?
Yes.
Yeah. And how long has the show been on the air?
I think this is our third season.
Third season. Do you get tired of, do you find a lot of weasels in show business? Like agents? Do you have an agent? You must have a high-powered
Yes.
agent. Yeah. Do you have a nice agent or a jerk?
Yes. Nice.
Really? And you're sure it's an agent?
Yes.
But you don't mind all of that goes on, the phoniness in show business and so forth?
Well, you mind it, but then you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, well, that's certainly true. And what are you going to do with all your money?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah. You buying real estate?
I don't know.
What about a car? Do you have your own car?
No.
You going to buy a car?
Yes.
When you're 16, you start to drive, you're going to buy a car?
Yes.
Wait, now, what kind of car are you looking at? What do you have your eye on?
Lincoln. But most of bought a Rolls Royce.
A Rolls Royce, yeah. Well, that would be real nice.
Yes.
And would you be driving these cars? You get somebody to drive
Oh,
them for
yeah.
you? You be driving them?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you done any driving?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. The Malibu Grand Prix.
Oh, the little little
Yes.
miniature cars. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's pretty nice. So you having a good time here while you're home now for the holiday?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see what we're doing here. We're doing a. Okay. Listen. Continued success with the show. And did you meet Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Yeah. A pretty impressive fellow?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Nice to see you, Emmanuel. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show. My next guest has been bringing some fan excitement, some fun. Has been bringing some fun and excitement back to the NFL this season. He tips the scales at 304 pounds. And as you're about to see on this videotape, on October 21st against Green Bay, he became the heaviest man in NFL history to score a touchdown off a set play. The man is just plain big. Ladies and gentlemen, from the undefeated Chicago Bears, please welcome William Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah! Yeah! Come on over here, William.
How you doing?
Doing fine.
Thank you for coming today. You played yesterday. Are you sore from the game?
No, I'm not really sore. Detroit didn't give us that much trouble.
Yes. Mr. Big Shot. You're having a lot of fun, aren't you?
Oh, yes, I'm having great fun.
You have any idea, it's a dumb question, but did you have any idea when you were playing college ball that it was going to turn out like this your first year in professional football?
Oh, well, not at all. I was playing behind Dan Hampton and Steve McMichael, and I thought I'd probably get a little time playing, but
Yeah.
then after all this happened Monday night, everything just went wild.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for everybody.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. How old a guy are you?
22.
You're just a kid, aren't you?
Oh,
And how tall are you?
6'2".
6'2"? I'm 6'2".
Okay.
Yeah. And what do you weigh? Is it
Right now,
is it actually 304?
about 3'2" now.
302. Because you played yesterday, worked a little off.
Yes.
Yeah. And what's the most you ever weighed?
Well, I was a sophomore at Clemson. I weighed about 365, 370.
365 or 370?
Yes.
What's the least amount that you've weighed, other than birth?
About 285 my freshman year coming in.
285.
Yes.
And do you feel comfortable or right around 300 pounds?
Yes, I feel very comfortable.
Yeah. Now, do you come from a big family? You have a lot of brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have 8 brothers, kind of myself, and 4 sisters.
And do we have any size like that in the other members of the family?
Our brother, his name is Freddie. He's about 6'2", about 325.
325. So he plays football also, I guess?
He used to play semi-pro for Augusta Eagles down there in South Carolina.
Yeah. And what kind of stuff do you eat to maintain this weight?
Well, it's not mainly anything.
What do you start out with breakfast? You roll out of bed. What time do you get up?
Well, I don't eat breakfast now. I'm just mainly just get up and I just get ready to go practice and just carry on my day. But
And just getting up, you put on a couple of pounds.
No, not at all.
All right. So the first meal you'd have would be what?
It's probably be my only meal probably be dinner.
Dinner. What time do you have dinner?
Probably around after practice sometime.
So you only eat one meal a day?
Yes.
You're going to waste away to nothing.
No.
All right. Now, William, what do you have for your one meal?
Well, let's have a salad, maybe a little.
Salad?
Yes.
and a tab, and I guess you go to bed then, right?
Well, with a little steak.
Yes. So you have a steak.
Steak, salad, something to drink, maybe a cookie or two, and that's it.
But now, William, when you want to go nuts, when you just want to go nuts, what do you eat?
Well, I don't go nuts about food now. It's all in the past now.
Now, what I understand in high school college after a game, you had some beer after a game. Fine. Everybody enjoys a beer after a workout. 48 cans of beer.
Well, that was after a big win. After North Carolina win.
48 cans of beer.
Well, you was a freshman, you know, coming in college before. You know, you and your friends got together. Y'all probably drunk more than that.
Jeez, you know, me and my friends would split like an 8-pack, and we'd
okay.
and we'd sleep through classes on Monday. Was this one of the biggest thrills in your football career, catching a pass? Had you ever caught a pass before?
No, that's my first time catching a pass against any team, and it was just fun.
Yeah. Was it a great feeling?
It was great.
How early in the week did you know you were going to be a receiver?
Only on Friday.
And what was your reaction when Mike Ditka told you?
Well, he told me, he said, "Big guy, get ready. You're gonna catch a pass. Can you do it? And don't drop it." So, we practiced a couple times during practice, and I caught 2 and dropped 1. He said, "Don't let that one you be dropped in the game." So. Yeah. We worked on it, quite a bit.
Yeah, we have some more videotape of Mr. Perry here in action. Do you know what we're going to look at? I guess this maybe is the pass, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. It's on the. Who is this against?
Green Bay.
Green Bay. All right, there he is, right there. And here we go. Yeah. You look very graceful. I mean, you look like a receiver. You don't. When people say that you're 300-some pounds, I think they have a different image in their mind of what that might be.
Well, when people say a guy's 300 pounds, they're thinking of him as fat, overweight, slow. But I brung a different meaning, to that. When Chicago drafted me, and I got down.
There was some heat in the beginning, wasn't there? They said that they might even wasted a draft pick on you.
Yeah.
Well, you've proven them wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. You're almost lithe. That would be a word for you, wouldn't it?
I'm just happy. Everything is going well.
We're going to do a station identification, and can you hang around for a second?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Later, Jerry Seinfeld will be here, a very funny gentleman, and tomorrow Pete Townsend, Marv Albert, and Stupid Petrix. That's tomorrow. Now, do you feel some pressure that you have to live up to something now that you run in for the touchdown, you caught a pass? Are you going to do any kick returning?
Well, I don't know. What Coach Dicker, has in mind.
Yeah. Would you mind returning a kick?
Oh, not at all. I'll do it.
And what about throwing a pass? Could you throw a pass?
That might be in the making.
Yeah. Oh, is that right? What kind of an arm have you got? Pretty good?
Like Roger Staubach.
Really? Bullets? Really? Just real? All right. We'll look for that. Now, you actually. What about kicking punts?
Well, I kick a little bit, field goals, play around with Kevin Butler and Steve McMichael at practice. I kick a little bit.
You kicked a 55-yard field goal in college, right?
Yes, that was me and Donald Buque. He was down at playing for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was playing around one day.
That wasn't in the game, though?
No, I just booted one.
Yeah, 55 yards, dead on the money?
Oh, yes, straight through.
And are you getting a lot of offers and people interested in you for endorsements and stuff now?
Yes, it's coming in. My agent is handling all that on his part.
Any good stuff?
Pontiac, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Fridge, GE, Amana. Yeah. It goes on.
I understand in Japan people actually worship you.
Yes, I heard that joke. Yeah, I heard that before. Yeah.
I have an idea. Do you have a second before we leave?
Yes.
Let's go in here to the green room. I have just for a second. I think this might be interesting. Now you say you're 6'2".
Yes.
And you weigh what?
302.
302. All right, come on in here. We'll be right back. How do you do? Nice to see you. Are you people with the show? Yeah. I bet you are. All right. Here's the green room. This is Mr. Perry. This is where all of the guests stay. This is Emmanuel Lewis. There's William Refrigerator Perry. Hi. And this is Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry is going to be on the show a little bit later. Now, I don't know. Excuse me. Can you turn around right like that? And Jerry, stand right next to him. Look at that. Look at that. You see the difference? Look at that. He's an easy, like 4 inches taller. And what do you weigh, Jerry?
145.
145, and you weigh like 304.
Yes.
It's a big difference.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God, that's amazing. Thank you very much, Jerry. Thank you. Nice seeing you. We'll see you a little bit later.
Okay.
And are we all down here? William, thank you very much. Have a great season. And maybe you're going to the Super Bowl, huh?
All right, all the way.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for coming by.
All right, thank you.
Nice meeting you. We'll be right back, folks. Okay. See, we thought the obvious thing to do would be to compare him to Emmanuel Lewis. Instead, we compared him to Jerry Seinfeld. Did you understood that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. It was, yeah, it was a twist. It was a switch.
It was a...
Just a little switch there for you. Hope you enjoyed it at home. My next guest is a terrific comedian. You just saw him in the green room there, where we compared his size to the size of William Refrigerator Perry instead of comparing him to the size of Emmanuel Lewis. He's been on this program several times, and it's always a pleasure to welcome him back. He opens this Wednesday night in Minneapolis at the Comedy Gallery. Please say hello to a very funny gentleman, Mr. Jerry Seinfeld.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I feel like kind of a crisper next to that guy. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about tonight was some of the strange outfits that you find yourself in as you go through life, because I was at this wedding a couple of months ago and I had to rent the tuxedo, which is certainly, I think, one of the moments in life when you feel you're really moving up, when you start renting clothes. To me, there's nothing like wearing an outfit that's already been worn by 80 different high school kids on the most exciting night their glands have ever dreamed of. You know, I went to put my hands in the pockets, I'll think I'll just leave them outside. You know, I had the keys in one hand, the wallet in the other, I'm trying to dance around. I had those tuxedo rental shoes, you know, those ones with the nuclear shine on them there. You go out on a sunny day, if you angle them right, you can kill bugs. Catch it just right. I couldn't believe the groom was married and rented shoes. I don't know, to me that's... I mean, you're making a commitment for a lifetime, your shoes have to be back by 5:30. I mean, it's like going bowling if you rent the shoes. I don't think I'd want to be up at the altar with a big 8.5 on the back of my heel. Take this woman and alley 5. But I was best man at the wedding, which I liked. That's a pretty good title. I don't know who thought of that. I like that. Best. What more do you want? I mean, I think we ought to have, like, the groom and a pretty good man. You know, I think that would cover it. Quite a guy. Be a nice ceremony. Groom, quite a guy. I mean, if I'm the best man, why is she marrying him? But let's see, what other outfits? I was a Cub Scout. I think you can probably tell that about me. Once you've been through the Cubs, I don't think a man is ever really the same. Not really. Any ex-Cubs here? Guys, anybody still go to the meetings? Yeah, tough to stay with it after college, isn't it? That hat gets pretty tight. I had that outfit. You remember the outfit? You had the blue shirt, the blue pants, the blue cap, the blue yellow button on the top, the yellow neckerchief, and this giant chunk of metal that was, I don't know why it had to be so big. I mean, somebody walks by with a magnet, you go, hey, hey, hey. You take it easy, I'm trying to get to a meeting. And you don't make it to a lot of meetings. You know, you get the outfit set up, you go outside, get beat up, come back, put your regular clothes on. That's why we had to form packs to survive. We were dropping like flies in that outfit. And getting that hat stolen, boy. You go out in the schoolyard, you got that hat on. Remember, kids with a hat? Anybody's got a hat, forget it. The hat, you just go, hey, come on, you guys. Come on. Just, would you quit it? You know, an hour in the lunch. Quit it. That's a... You ever quit it? Quit it was a big line when you were a kid. You remember? You never get much use out of that as an adult. You get stopped by a cop, just quit it. Just turn off the siren and quit it. But that's why Cub Scouts, I think, are taught to camp in the wilderness. I'm sure if we had normal clothes, we'd check into a hotel like anybody else. In that outfit, the woods is where you want to be. But let's see, Halloween a couple weeks ago. Another situation there, you got to dress up kind of strange. I thought my best Halloween would be the one where I got the Superman Halloween costume. I finally got the one, the cardboard box, the cellophane top, the mask included. You remember those? Rubber band lasts about 10 seconds on that mask. You go to your first house, trick or it's broken. Hold it. But the truth of this story is, my mother made me wear my winter coat over the costume that year because it was cold. So I had the winter coat on with the red nylon pants sticking out the bottom. Not exactly the superhero look I was going for, you know? I don't think Superman ever said to Lois Lane, is it chilly? Should I take a light jacket, you think? to leap that building in a single bound. I don't want to get a chill. Sore throat as it is. But trick-or-treating is not as much fun as you think it's going to be when you start out. You go out there, and by the end of that night, you get a little put out. I don't know if you remember. You're walking around. It gets pretty tiring. Every house, the same questions. Lady comes to the door. What are you supposed to be? I'm supposed to be done by now. Can we just move it along here with the Three Musketeers? I got 8 houses to hit on this block, lady. I got eggs, water balloons to throw. I'm trying to get off my feet by 11. Well, they give you that paper bag twisted on the top. You know, that's going to be some crap candy. I mean, they don't even want you to see it as they're putting it in the bag. You know, just, what is that, candy corn? Do me a favor, you keep it. Yeah? I got a silo of candy corn at my house. Thank you very much.
We'll be right back with Jerry Seinfeld. Very nice.
Thanks.
You're always very, very funny.
Just trying to be.
Yeah, well, you're doing a swell job. Now, when you spend most of your time working in clubs and stuff?
Yeah, mostly clubs.
What kind of people do you work with when you do
Well,
that?
they'll get a guy, you know, they'll get like a local comic. Sometimes we'll open the show, or they get magicians. Sometimes I was working with a magician. That's, I don't know. They got a lot of birds in the dressing room, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of times, I don't know, it's just... The magic act, I don't know, to me a magic act is really, it's a humiliating thing to watch. I mean, it's, you know, here's a quarter, now it's gone, you're a jerk. You know, the quarter comes back, you're an idiot, thank you, good night. And you never really, you don't know what you want. I always wonder if those new birds that, you know, I don't know where they keep those birds, but, oh, the birds, and maybe this... I don't know, new ones waiting around, the old ones tell them, just flap around, look surprised, you'll be all right. You know.
Do you get a sense of anything important going on across the country that we ought to know about?
Trends, big trends.
Meet a lot of people, a lot of issues
yeah.
that are on people's minds? Anything?
It's just little things. You know, people are obsessed with little things. Like everybody's ripping up their carbons now. This is like a very hip thing.
Yeah, credit card carbons.
Yeah, the wait. Yeah. Excuse me, waitress, the carbon. Thank you. I've got the carbon now, you know, and they rip it like this is a big Crime Stopper. You know, you rip the carbon from 1 into 4 pieces, so when the criminal gets that, well, he can't make head or tail out of it, you know. We're out of the deserted warehouse on the edge of town. I give up, Louie. I've tried every combination.
So, you're doing real well? I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
No, that's just a trend.
Yeah, yeah. You doing well? You enjoying your success?
Yeah, I like the work. You know, I like being a comedian. The money, I don't know. You know, I was thinking the other day about money, if it makes as big a difference. I mean, you work so hard to get money, and you think... Well, I remember when I was in college, I had like a rented television set, and I used to watch movies, and I would record albums. I couldn't even afford to buy them. And then you get, you know, you get the cable, and you get the VCR and all that. So now I'm renting movies, I'm taping television, and I'm watching music. So it's just a lot of money to switch the verbs around, it seems, you know.
Is there anything we need to mention? You're going to be at the
you know,
comedy?
I'm doing the Carolines, New Year's, the big New Year's week. I got that gig, so that's a good thing, and
Really?
I'm doing that, yeah.
That's a good thing?
That's a good thing.
New Year's Eve here in New York at Caroline?
Well, it's a gig. I mean, I'm working.
Oh.
You know. Well, they get the fun thing is not only do they get noisemakers, there will be pellet guns also. So, you know, it'll really be fun for the people that show up.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And, yeah, have a nice New Year. Nice to see you again,
Thanks,
Jerry. Come
you
back
too.
anytime, sir.
Okay.
We'll be back. Don't worry. Thank you so much, and thank you, and welcome to the show. I'm your host. I'm Dave. Just call me Dave. That's who I am. Oh, this again. Well, you know, every night... About 6 weeks ago, we thought it'd be a great idea to send away $4 grand to get these stupid jingles, and every night I forget about them, and then we hear them. And let's do the time one. It's coming up now on 28 before the hour. 28 minutes before the hour now.
Time for another guest.
No, see, that's... Interesting statistic. Here in New York City, we have a lot of folks visiting from other parts of the United States. We have a woman and her family here from Minneapolis. Nice to have you here, ma'am. And a guy here from Indiana, although he lives in New York now, but originally he's from Indiana. People in New York City, this town has a larger percentage of people than any other city that you wouldn't want to touch with a 10-foot pole. I didn't... Hal, do we have the time jingle loaded up?
It's the correct
No,
time on late night.
Oh, see, I was going to ask you if
Could you hear that, Dave?
That was fine. Perfect,
Yeah.
Hal. Thank you very much. Boy, we're off to a flying start now, aren't we?
Well, it's sort of FM kind of a timing with those jingles.
You know, if this were an airliner, say we had just taken off in Los Angeles, we'd now have to circle out over the Pacific and dump fuel and make an emergency landing.
But it's not.
Huh?
It's not an airline.
No, it's not. Not much of anything else, as it turns out, either. Today is Veterans Day, and marching for the first time in this year's Veterans Day parade here in New York City, a unit of the future veterans of Nicaragua. I thought that was nice. It was Well, McDonald's. Have you seen the sign at McDonald's, Paul? When was the last time you had a McDonald's hamburger?
Can I say on the air?
No, make something up.
Earlier today, I had a nice Big Mac.
Earlier
I had some
today?
fries, yeah, some of those crispy fries. I had a McDLT.
But you know the sign on the outside of the sign, it used to give the specific number of burgers sold. On the outside of the sign now, you know what it says? Over billions and billions served. Anyway, they're in a lot of trouble. Apparently now they were giving away little plastic building blocks, those little Lego building blocks in their restaurants, and the Consumer Safety Council, of which I'm a member, thank you very much, thank you so much, asked McDonald's to stop giving away the little plastic building blocks because, and I think rightly so, children might choke on them. The council did, however, determine that the building blocks contain more nutritional value than the burgers, so... Oh, God, we got another one. Jeez, I forgot about this last one, Kevin. I'm feeling weary already, and we're just now coming up on 25 now. 25 minutes before the hour. What is the problem? Is it me? What? I don't...
Dave, did you hear that?
No, we didn't. $4 grand right down the drain.
See, it's a more laid-back kind of a time.
No, it should be right there. When I say coming up now on 25 minutes before the hour...
It's the correct time on late night.
All right, I guess...
The thing is, it's like a sort of progressive radio kind of a jingle.
No, it's not. It's just
where
a mess.
A lot of time
we're
goes
screwed.
by
Run for your lives, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, New York Mets pitcher Dwight Gooden has called off his wedding plans for the coming weekend, and, you know, something kind of sad happened. When the announcement was made, a Met fan ran over to the apartment of Dwight Gooden's fiancée and hung a cardboard K on her door. Geez, You know, I'm with you people on that, but NBC supplies us with these joke cards. Let me see them, Kevin. See, look, they come to us. We get these around noon. They come in packages of a dozen, and contractually, I have no choice but to deliver what's on the card. What a show. Here, now it's my favorite part of the show.
Hey, it's Paul Schaefer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. It's the late night. It's the laid back. Thank you. It's the laid back progressive. Thank you. It's the laid back progressive FM, Paul Schaefer tonight.
Stop it.
Thank you very much.
Stop it.
We got some rare Aerosmith for you a little later on. Here's Moody Blues, Nights.
You know, today in the mail, I get delivered up to the office a ham, like a 40-pound ham.
Who sent that?
From whom?
I don't know who.
O.J. Simpson.
Oh.
The guy is now in his backyard dressing hams, and he sends them out for the holidays. He's got his own business. O.J. Simpson is now selling hams. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very near the end of civilization. Perfect for the holidays, an O.J. Simpson ham. We have a little quiz for your entertainment tonight, and I believe the category for the quiz is what?
It's a New York street kind of quiz.
A New York street kind of quiz.
Is that what it is?
I guess that's what it is. And so you'll be able to take this quiz at home and find out if you're the kind of person we are looking for to live in this city. Like there's a shortage of people to live here in this delightful city. Here we go. Question number 1. New Yorkers will recognize this man as A, West Indian immigrant, B, a reggae musician, C, a bike messenger who is paid by the hour. Did you have music for this, Paul? Did you have?
Yeah.
Oh, quick, do it.
It's a street kind of quiz. I'm leaving today.
Number 2. Here we see some of the A, ticker tape from the New York Mets victory parade. B, refuse from the New York City Marathon. C, Heath Bar wrappers from Pavarotti's dressing room. He could easily eat twice that many, I believe. Number 3, the New York City newspapers would describe this scene as A, an abandoned rubbish pile, B, a public eyesore, C, a studio apartment with lots of light. This woman reminds us that A, black is always a stylish color, B, Greenwich Village is a bohemian community, C, the Macy's parade is coming up. Huh? Thank you. This picture demonstrates A, that New Yorkers have an independent attitude, that New Yorkers have a casual attitude toward regulations, C, why the no murdering signs haven't worked. This tow truck is on its way to A, clear Midtown bus lanes, B, remove cars at expired meters, C, extricate Roger Ebert from a screening room seat. The hell was that?
I think it was Joanne Worley slowed down to
Sounds like a meltdown, doesn't it? This man is obviously A, stockbroker, B, a jeweler, C, Senor Wences road manager. Senor Wences road manager. You have a little head in the box? That's just on his way to a gig where Senor Wences is relaxing in his trailer right now, waiting for his road manager to show up with a head in the box.
And his cook.
Well, perhaps not. Number 8, the thing that this workman enjoys most about his job is A, the high pay, B, the generous fringe benefits, C, the feeling of vibrating machinery against his body. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. If elected, I will not serve. Number 9, this father and son are waiting for A, mom to return, B, the good humor truck, C, something good to spit on.
It's a street kind of quiz.
All right, we have a wonderful show tonight. Richard Lewis is here, Gary Busey. Yeah, boy. Are we ever back? Oh! I'm going to take, if I hear one more of those, I'm going to take my own life. That's what's going to happen. But you understand that, Paul. Senor Wences is relaxing at the side of the show.
Yeah.
And he's saying to himself, where is Johnny? Why is Johnny not here? Meanwhile, his road manager has little Johnny in a box, and he's caught in midtown traffic. But Johnny will be there. Senor Wences relaxing with a sherry, saying, where is Johnny? I can't do the show. Johnny. It's all right. Yeah. I can't find Johnny. It's all right. All right.
All right.
Oh, no. Don't placate me, please.
Dave?
Huh? Yes, Paul?
A very, very quick audio impersonation. Joanne Worley slowed down to half speed.
Okay, Joanne Worley slowed down to half speed. Paul Schaefer. Okay.
That's all it is. Okay, go ahead. Joanne Worley sped up to twice.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Let's just roll on like, let's try and put this ugliness behind us, shall we? Our first guest tonight is a good friend of ours who can be seen in concert on November 29th at the Center East in Skokie, Illinois. He will also be co-starring with Alan Arkin in a brand new series on another network entitled Harry. It's always a pleasure to welcome Richard Lewis. Come on out, Richard. How you doing?
Well, you know, I feel, I'm depressed, quite frankly.
You know, what are you depressed about?
I'm depressed. I tried to get the Bruce album in my hotel today, and it was sold out. And the guy was trying to sell me this 3-album set of Willie Tyler and Lester live at Disney World. Was I going to go for that? No.
A quality item, but not the same, is it?
And I'm a wreck, and I went to get a book, and, you know, Stephen King, I'm telling you right now, because I'm in therapy for 15 years. There's a book now called It. It's called It.
It, the name of the new Stephen King.
Is that fair? Are people going to wake up now? Honey, please, I think there's a pronoun in the basement. There's a pronoun in the basement. So I'm going to call my shrink. I called my shrink today. I had a little anxiety attack.
So you get right on the phone. You call him in L.A.?
No, it's a woman. I call her, and it's like $70. It's a whole, but it's embarrassing. But I feel, today I got a sense of how incredible these people are, these shrinks. I mean, I'm not a psycho, but I'm sure she has a handful of psychos, you know.
Sure.
And I know she was on vacation, but she respects me. I'm not a nut, you know. But people must call her. I know it's a honeymoon. I know you're on a raft somewhere with your husband, but Jeffrey made that Caesar salad again. I had to call you. So I have incredible respect for shrinks. Anyway, I'm glad to be here.
Now, how do you look? You always are dressed in a really kind of an exotic fashion.
You know, do I judge you? Do I judge your clothes?
I didn't say.
Look, this is therapy approved. It's therapy approved clothing.
You know what you look like, and don't take this the wrong way.
I'm sure I will, but go on.
You look like a towel boy in an opium den.
Oh, God. Oh, that's great.
No, that's just a joke. That's just a joke.
No, it's one of the nicest things anyone said to me today.
Now,
no, wait, look, it was raining out here in New York. I left the hotel. I went to a friend's house on the Upper East Side. He lives on a dead-end street. I swear to God, across from a mental health. It's an asylum, quite frankly. And he says, how is it? Is it cold out? Is it warm out? And I was looking out the window. Well, someone's wearing a Captain Hook outfit. You know, it's hard to know what to wear. So I wore this, you know. It was hard to know, but I'm here now.
You can do this.
It's too late now.
No,
you destroyed me. You buried me, and it's fine.
No. You're stylish. You're avant-garde, and so now you got a television program with Alan Arkin.
And Barry Levinson's directing.
He's very good.
Jacobs is writing. Yeah. I'm really excited.
So now, does that mean you're not going to be traveling as much? You're off the road a little bit here?
Well, I'm obvious. Well, I guess it's obvious in a way. I'm going to be there doing the show, and quite frankly, it's a thrill because we talk about stand-up on the road.
It's tough. It's the hardest way to make a living.
I think it is. It's like a bullfighter kind of thing, and it's a gig from hell, and I'm glad to be off the road. And every time I'm taking a cab, I was late for the show, and I get a gypsy cab. He had I knew it was he had like a 14-foot like a wooden, like he was waving with a hand, like a circus act. And I had to go in the car. I never saw this before. And I go in there, and he closed the door, and he had on the visor, had a picture of himself, like escaping from a Turkish prison or something. And I get in the car, and there's no meter. There's no meter in the car. I'm freaked out. Oh my God, I'm going to die. It's going to be an assassination kind of thing. And he had a little chalkboard. He had a chalkboard in the front, and we're driving. It's like only a mile, from anywhere here. And I'm going, how much is it going to cost me? And the guy was like, he wouldn't talk to me. And while we're driving, he was like erasing everything. It's 85 cents. It's been $1.95. It's $2.25. So I'm glad to be here. Oh, please. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah. Now, you want to talk about the wedding? Because I know you're in town for a big family...
Well, I hope they're not watching. At least I have this cousin, or a distant cousin. I think he lived with a sheep or something. One of those guys. No, I'm saying that he was like a distant cousin. He takes black sheep booster shots every year, this guy. And,
oh, that guy, yeah.
Well, he's like, I don't even know. I don't even care.
A renegade.
Look, if you can't be honest, what's the difference? But this guy, I went to see him in a football game when he's like 5 years younger than me. He got knocked out, and they walked him off the field. He was complaining of clarity, this guy, okay? So this is the guy who got married, and I went back to my old house. I saw, my mother's house. She had the wedding at the house for her nephew, whatever he is.
That's where you lived, right, as a kid?
In Jersey. Yeah, Jersey, and they had it should have been knocked down. There was a highway that went right through the neighborhood, but the historical commission, they deemed it some kind of, a psychiatric landmark, apparently, you know. So they kept the thing there, and I went to the wedding, and it was a drag. But, you know, we played all the Lewis games. Pin the blame on the donkey is a major game. But it was all right, you know.
What are your grandparents like?
Well, right now, I'm not sure. I just hope that they're watching and hovering over the studio now. And I was 4 when they died, so I was 4, he was 98. I was 6, he was 111. You know, kept going up like that.
So you.
Well, I got a lot of my shtick from them. Look at this posture. Look at this.
Yeah.
You've known me for 12 years. Look at this. Because I used to go on field trips, my low self-esteem field trips. We'd walk. We thought we were going to an amusement park, and yet we just kept walking around the dining room table. We never got out anywhere. And he was 90, and I gave him a birthday party. Very low self-esteem. I hired a hooker to jump back into the cake for this guy. Very party. But you know, what's happening? What are you looking at? Something happening?
Settle down.
Well, you always look away. Maybe Bess Parker's there with a bow and arrow. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I like to look in your eyes. You look away. I don't know what's happening. I start getting anxious. Are we going to a commercial?
I'm driving, and I have to keep my eyes on the road.
Well, you're the star. I mean, I know you drive, but when you look away, I get nervous, like you're losing interest in me. You know,
no, sir. No, you're fine. No, you're fine. We're going to do we'll do a commercial if that's all right.
You're the king, whatever you say.
I'm not the king. No, we'll just do a commercial, and then we'll be back. Fine. We'll be back with Richard Lewis. Welcome back to the show. Richard Lewis is here, obviously, and where were we? Now, tell me, when you go back to your home, your boyhood home, what's it like to be back in the room where you spent most of your early life?
Well, my mother's kept some of it there. I don't have a museum. I don't have a Dolly Parton museum yet, you know, obviously. But I still have those baseball. You know, the Mets I was flipping out in L.A., you know, and so excited. I still have those posters of most of the players on the disabled list I had growing up, you know. And I went back. I was a jock, but I took knees. I was on the Jewish Senate team, and the coach, this guy, he was the... He also owned the funeral parlor in town, and
the coach did of the team.
Yeah, he's a depressed cat. I just, you know, we have these little sessions, like it was like a negative, like a Newt Rockney thing. He said every game is a must-lose situation. He would say, you know, and I would basically just run excuses in, you know, from the sidelines, you know. And the cheerleaders, the shroudettes. These I always remember the shroudettes. And they had this cheer. Beat ourselves was kind of the... I was watching the series, you know, they had a thing on Babe Ruth. It really got to me. The Babe is the king, right?
Sure.
But I only see, can I stand up for a minute? This
Please
really
do,
blew my... You only see him do a little knock, and then he runs like Jed Clampett. He runs like Jed Clampett around. Didn't the mob own Babe? Babe, you're going to hit 60 home runs, but you have to run like Jed Clampett, you know. I've never seen him even field the ground ball. I'm sure he had the Babe Ruth nets in right field. Babe, base hit, go get it. And they came in, the women came in, they threw the ball in, kind of thing. And so I was into that, and I wrestled, like my knee when I wrestled in high school, and, well, I'm a little freaked out. I have a friend of mine who promotes wrestling, great promoter. He's got Johnny Gold, he's a big wrestling promoter.
Johnny, I'm sorry?
Johnny Gold, great
Johnny
wrestling
Gold.
promoter. Yeah, and I said to him, I said, look, and he's really into it. I said, come on, if there are standings for wrestling, I know, you know, he gets upset when I say, come on, it's theatrical. I said, all right, but don't I know who's going to win when it's like Abdul the Butcher versus, you know, Nathan the bedridden Jew? Don't we know what's going to happen at this point? Don't we know the outcome of this?
Nathan the bedridden Jew.
Well,
yeah, he handles him.
Yeah, I never say it clearly the first time. It's true. I really don't.
I just want to savor it for a moment before we move on.
Well, you're the king. You're the king.
No, don't say that. We're just here trying to make a living.
Now,
how about your love life? Anything there we can talk about?
I was involved 4 months ago, and it broke. You know when you sleep with someone you're in love and you cuddle and you have like little spoons? I don't know, someone said spoons. Does that make any sense when you spoon with someone? Well, we were into the knife and fork position toward the... And, you know, she wanted to have a child. I said, look, I don't want to have it. Look, if I ever had the tragedy of what do they call quintuplets, whatever they have.
5 children.
Yeah, five. I would be so aggravated. Because I'm sure it would be a blessing for some, but for me to have
a lot of work.
5, but a lot of work, I wouldn't even give them a name. I'd go, Modernaires dinner. I would call them Modernaires.
Now, wait a minute. How come the Modern Heirs joke works and the Senior Wences joke won't work?
Well, I don't know. Well, you're right. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But she would only use, she didn't use any kind of birth control. She threw salt over her shoulders before. And I feel I had a problem sexually. I felt, ever since I grew up, I just, and we broke up, she was saying that she's bad-mouthing me to my pals.
Oh, is that right?
She said I gave her an anti-climax, she was telling my friends. And I couldn't even...
That could be dangerous,
we couldn't even
couldn't
have foreplay. She wore like a Rubik's bra when she came into the bedroom. And I blame my family. My parents, I know they made love, and yet it was like Nixon, like Watergate. They would cover it up.
Very, very quiet
Well,
about it.
they didn't want to let us hear that they were
Oh, yeah.
screaming.
Yeah.
My father would go, that's gin. He would say that's gin. So, yeah, so I'm going, I got to go out of town. I got a gig. I got to go to the doctor.
November 29, he will be Center East in Skokie, Illinois.
With Kenny Rankin, the 29th of November.
You'll be having Thanksgiving in Skokie.
I will have that, and I'm doing a Showtime special, No Life to Live, and I got this, Alan Arkin thing. I'm very excited about this.
Well, we'll look for that.
Anyway,
it's called,
great audience.
it's called
Great to be
Hair.
back here.
Nice to see you, Richard. Thanks for everything.